Bonjour, je m'appelle Lance. I guess that means we're in France, actually in Morzine, first day here, and I've got myself a guide, none other than Wind Masters. He's doing well. So he's giving me some tips on where to go today, and we're going to see if we can do an epic mission. I believe on this chairlift you can do 33 lifts on the lift pass. That seems amazing. We're not going to do that many today, but we're going to knock off as many as we can. So come join us. Alright, taking the first chairlift for the day, bumped into Wind Masters. I was going to ride with him, but he only wanted to do the blue trails, and I said, no, I went hard enough, I want to do the black stuff. So we're going to ride on my own. I think I was trying to work my way over to the J. I've done that right. Had to move all the levers on this bike. I don't think I'll take this bike for tomorrow. It doesn't have reach adjustment on the brakes, and it's a pretty low end bike, so we might find something a bit better tomorrow. Alright, not too sure where I'm going actually. It's amazing I can get lost in a bike park. I guess with this many chairlifts, this many options. I thought I was going over to Leger. I may still be, but I've been basically up on a family trail, and then this is no longer obviously the family trail. It's a bit more interesting, I guess. How's it going?
Alright, you want bike?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
What do you know, Kyle? Right on the bike.
I'm not even sure. Do you know where this one goes to at the bottom?
Yeah, on the road, turn right, back down to Morzine, downhill.
Back to the Morzine?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. You're going the wrong bloody way. Alright, bit drifty corner. Seriously drifty corner. Whoa. Whoa, shit. Shit. That is slippery. That is super slippery. Okay, so that turned out not to be the best start to the morning. I went for a big skate down the loose gravelly hill. Despite the knee and elbow pads, managed to get myself a bit of gravel rash, so I was a bit grumpy with myself, and the fact that I was trying to get to Leger and ended up doing a loop and back to Morzine. But no harm done, went back up on the chairlift and managed to find my way over to Leger and carried on. Alright, so I got a bit confused there at the start, took the wrong track, but anyway, we've made it over to Leger, just traversed over the top. Let's find out what rental bike we've been given today and what we're riding. Well, we're actually riding the Kona Process. It's a 27.5 153 travel. First impressions, not great. I've moved, the brakes don't have any reach adjustment, which is my pet hate. The levers were in the wrong place, the shifter and the dropper posts, the guy must have had 20-inch thumbs or something to be able to reach them, so I've moved that a bit. The biggest concern though, I suppose, is you've got the tyres that must be 60 psi in there, and they're running tubes, and I think they're always worried about pinch flats here. So far not really feeling the love from this bike, but I'll give it a bit more chance before I give you my final review. Alright, just taken the CHAVANNES Express, I think that's how it's pronounced, up from Lindarettes, and we're going to head over to the next chairlift, make it chairlift number 3 for the day. Struggling a little bit to follow the directions around here, even in a bike park. It's not blatantly obvious, but well, I guess you can't get too far wrong. You get to the bottom and you get on another chairlift. Red will go this way. I must admit, this bike's only running 2.3 tyres and the pressure is really high. The shocks almost feel like fully rigid, so it's not very confidence inspiring at all. Alright, so we're going to get on chairlift number 3, Les Noches. I probably said that wrong. Alright, third chairlift of the morning. It's a beautiful day here in Morzine. Well, I'm actually in Leger. Didn't actually realise these areas were all so interlinked. You can literally ride from one to the other. You don't need to, you know, move your car from one place to another. So having a great day. Thinking about maybe getting a downhill bike for tomorrow. Not in love with the Kona Process, sorry to say. Although I think, to be honest, it's a pretty lowly spec'd bike, and that may have something to do with it. Alright, we just came up the NAUCHETS chairlift, as I say. I'm sure I spelled that wrong, but I'll put the name on the video. Gonna do a red run back down to the bottom and then come up again, I think, and then we might head back to the bottom of Leger. If you like endless berms, then this is probably your cup of tea, but I'm not sure it's mine. It's an amazingly small world around here. Obviously I bumped into Win on the lift on the way going up, and in the supermarket I bumped into Sam Shaw, and interestingly enough, he says he never takes the lift, he rides up everything and does all the legal trails. So it's quite interesting really. It's the same everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, the best trails are often the ones that are not actually in the park. Oh, it'd be quite nice to ride this with suspension, I think. These Sun Tour forks are terrible. Alright, just got off the NAUCHETS lift again after doing that run down. Now we're going to head all the way down into Leger. Now, oh, and literally you just traverse across and we're back at the top of the other lift. Tracks everywhere. Alright, so it looks like I can do the number 9 all the way to the bottom. Well, that's a gap. You'd need to know whether these are gaps or tabletops. I think you'd want to do a sighting run. Well, I guess this is a sighting run. Before you hit it, get yourself in a bit of trouble. Oh, this bike is awful. Alright, I really should have brought a shock pump today. Although I've got a 150 travel bike, supposedly, I'm only using 100 mils of it, so it's pretty harsh. So how has the whole hire thing been going? Well, not bad on the whole. I mean, there's pros and cons to bringing your own bike. It's quite nice. In fact, the last ride I broke 2 spokes on the bike and handed it back, and they weren't too worried about it. But if it had been my own bike, I would have had to try and get that repaired, which would have been a pain. So there are pros and cons. It turns out, certainly Morzine, I don't know if all of France, significantly more expensive to hire a bike. This is actually the most expensive bike I've hired so far, and it's the worst. This is more expensive than the Hightower, brand new Santa Cruz Hightower I rented. And I think they go significantly more expensive. I was probably being a typical cheapskate, but I might go and see if I can't find something tomorrow that's a little bit better. And we're arriving back into Leger. Now, one thing you may not know, there's actually a World Cup on this weekend. So I'm going to watch the races. I'll probably watch the cross country and the downhill. So it should be, an exciting weekend. Alright, I left Leger. Just actually cycled quickly down the road to Morzine. Cycled across Morzine, and I'm now on what's called the Super Morzine chairlift, with the little Kona at the front there, and we're going to head up to the, what's I guess you call the Morzine bike park.
Have fun.
You too, yeah. Alright, just done chairlift number 5. Now that's not run number 5, that's the 5th different chairlift I've been on today, so that's got to be a record for me. We're going to head on down, I think probably Tutti Frutti. It's supposed to be quite a fun trail, it's just a blue one, and we'll go back and do the same again. Let a bit of air out the tyres, hopefully that'll be a bit better grip. I guess they say to blow them up real hard to stop pinch flats, but the traffic did try and let some air out of the fork, but the cap on the top was so tight they must have Loctited it on, so I couldn't let any air out. So we still got super rigid fork. There's a jump. Oh, too slow, eh? Too slow. Alright, how big can we go? Oh, not quite. Oh, not quite again. Tomorrow's ride, coming back out again, and I've got the mega tower hired. I had to sell one of my kidneys to get it, but I'm really interested to see how that rides. Alright, finished another run. We're actually staying over in a place called Avoriaz, if I've said that right, way up on the top of that steep cliff. Looks pretty cool. We're going to sort of head our way over there. I believe there's a chairlift you can actually ride over there, so we'll keep on travelling. More flowy burns. Seems to be the nature of most of the tracks around here. Haven't found anything techy at all yet. Alright, we just come up that chairlift. SERAUSSAIX. I can't pronounce any of the names here, but anyway, that's chairlift number 6. I think I'm just going to see how many chairlifts I can do in one day. Forget about the riding, just let's go chairlifting. So anyway, well, let's go ahead and see if we can find number 7, shall we? Alright, not 100% sure about this, but trying to traverse to the bottom of the next lift and then come up it, which is Lindaretts. So far looks like a bit of fun. Whoa, if I stay on the track, that is. Yeah, good. How's it going? We on the right track? You alright, mate?
Vas-y, laisse passer le monsieur.
You're good, mate. You're good. Have fun. You're good. You always have that worry in the back of your mind. But what happens if this trail ends up at the bottom of a valley and not the right valley you wanted it to be, and you can't get back out short of climbing back up again? Fingers crossed, eh? And well, there's other riders here, so that's a good sign. It's funny bike parks because I don't really like the whole berm, flow, tabletops, jumps. I like the sense of adventure and exploring and going down gnarly stuff. Alright, panic not, we've found another chairlift. You always got a little bit of worry that we've gone in the wrong valley, but no, we look okay. FLEURIE. Right, coming to FLEURIE, this is chairlift number 7. Let me put the bikes on. Oh, I got another way of putting the bike on. How does this go? No? You take? Okay. Alright, that's a relief. Bit complicated. Alright, my bike goes on next to me. There we go. Merci. This is becoming quite the adventure ride. 7th chairlift up now. Getting a bit far from home, but I'm having too much fun to go home. Hopefully I won't mess it up and not return the bike in time, but anyway, let's just keep going, shall we? Don't know what the number 7 is. Zinc line halt. Oh crikey, we're going all sorts of ways. Which way do you think we should go? This way. Woo! Oh, look at that for a berm. Oh, a bit of a gap jump there. I'm going to pussy out. Whoa. Woo. They're a bit tickier. They're all good. Oh, it wasn't bad. Well, can't say much more than number 8 really. This is my 8th chairlift. I think when we get to the top of this one we get on another one which will be number 9, and then we ride down the other side of the hill and then we get number 10. So that might be a record. That will be a record, 10 in one day if we can pull that off. So let's keep going. Alright, that's the ROCHASSONS lift number 9. We're now going to go down this hill, up the other side, and then work our way all the way back to Morzine. We'll pick a line. What about this one? Whoa, overjumped that a bit. Still felt alright. Oh, what do you reckon, hit it? Yeah. You know what I'm going to say, 10. Another thing that's keeping Morzine very busy this weekend is there is a Harley Davidson convention. So maybe I should trade in my mountain bike for a Harley Davidson. So what was the final review of the Kona Process 153? Out of all the bikes I've hired, I like it the least. It's a little bit of an unfair thing on it sometimes, because if you put a nice set of Fox 36 on us, which was set up correctly, some 2.5 tubeless tyres at a lower pressure, oh, that's a bit harsh, it would probably be quite a different bike to handle. So likewise changing the brakes. So sometimes judging a bike based on a low spec parts that haven't been set up properly is very unfair. I don't know whether I've got used to the 29ers, but it just feels harsh and horrible and handles like pig. So yeah, not a good review from me, but I had an epic day on it anyway, checking out all these trails. Just finishing the day off with Tutti Frutti, and then I'm going to get this bike back and get back up on the chairlift to my car before the lift closes. Otherwise I'm in a whole lot of walking trouble. Well, that turned out to be quite an adventure. 10 chairlifts. I don't know how many mountains we covered. We've certainly covered some ground today and some different tracks. I'm going to do it all again tomorrow. Have hired a Santa Cruz mega tower, so if you want to see what that's like, come join me tomorrow. If you enjoy the videos, I'd love it if you subscribe and a like and a comment, all those sort of things, and we'll see you on the next one.